So let's go back to this. So the Florida trial. So far we talked about Craig Wright. Fantastic. He talked about Florida trial, the trial of the century, which you call it. So Craig Wright is here in Miami. They're all talking. What's going on? Wall Street Journal does an article saying Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto could be unmasked at Florida trial, right? With this going on. It's almost a way of saying you better come out and reveal yourself, right?
Yeah.
Has anybody else stepped out outside of Craig to say, I am the guy, or no? Has there?
Amid this trial, absolutely not. Like I mentioned, Phil Wilson, there's been a couple of other goofballs that have come out and told stories, but none of them make any sense. And Craig Wright is the only, first of all, Craig didn't out himself. Craig was doxxed by Wired and Gizmodo magazine in 2015. At the same time, the ATO was raiding his home, and ATO is the Australian IRS. And the local media in Australia was in front of his house filming it. So somebody coordinated this basically takedown of Craig Wright, not realizing he had left for the UK a few months earlier. And ultimately, the reason Craig Wright is a public figure at all is 100% not his doing. So these magazines said, this man is Satoshi Nakamoto. What can we learn from him? Blah, 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 blah. So I think that's an important thing to remember, is that every other Satoshi candidate came out to say, well, I'm Satoshi, and here's why. And none of it made any sense. Craig denied it for quite some time until he was able to get some of his ducks in a row. And then he would say, okay, look, I'm going to start to, I don't want to just tell everyone publicly. I'm going to bring in some people privately. So he brought in Gavin Andreessen, who's the guy who Satoshi left the keys with, the lead developer of Bitcoin. And then he brought in John Matonis, who was the head of the Bitcoin Foundation at the time. And a couple other people were offered. And as I understand it, somewhere between 6 and 10 other people have seen. And he said, look, I want to do this right. I want to show you guys in private. I'm going to do a public key, private key signing, prove that I control Satoshi Nakamoto's assets, and that is one aspect of proving that I'm Satoshi. The problem is that the second he did that, Gavin Andreessen had his keys burned. He was removed from Bitcoin Court, again, amid the Bitcoin Civil War. So these people were like, oh, wow, Craig Wright is Satoshi? Boom. Gavin Andreessen, you're out.
Kurt, I'm so confused, man. Didn't you say Satoshi actually exists, like as a human being?
100%.
So other people know him and have interacted with him?
Correct.
But there's this still...
But it's on the internet, not in person?
But it's not in person.
I mean,
is that right?
I know Craig personally.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
Is that way? My mind's being blown right now. Is this like a metaverse thing where Craig is Satoshi online?
Craig, so it's an alias. So it's a pseudonym. Craig,
so there is no Satoshi. As a
that's
human being.
It's a fake name.
Like
it's a fake name.
Exactly.
No, that's kind of like you write a book and you don't want to use your name. And
yeah, like Gerard Michaels. I get it.
Right. Yeah.
It's a pen name.
I get it.
Yeah.
But wait, so there actually is no Satoshi Nakamoto.
I mean, there are probably people on Earth named Satoshi
No, you didn't hear about the story, the guy that
There's a
Satoshi
guy out in
Nakamoto, they went and
California.
knocked on his
Yes.
door. And then he's like, I'm telling you, I'm not the founder of Bitcoin.
Wait,
Yes.
so this is okay. All right.
Gerard,
His
your
real name-
joke. There's
Gerard.
no way.
His real
this
name
is
is
the
not
whole thing.
Satoshi.
I have a hard
Time
time
out.
with Gerard.
How do you not know this?
Time
Gerard?
out, man.
He's playing
No,
with
no,
you
no,
right
no,
now.
no.
No, I don't think he is.
I'm not.
I think he got knocked in the head this weekend.
Dude, I did not. I thought that there was still debate whether this guy, Satoshi Nakamoto, actually existed or if it was BS.
Well, there
Are you
is.
saying
There
the
is
name
some
or the
debate.
human?
The human being.
Yeah,
Satoshi Nakamoto.
I think people understand that it's a human that created this. His name wasn't really Satoshi Nakamoto.
I didn't know that
could have
was
been Craig.
I didn't know that
it
was
could have
settled.
been
I had
Bill.
no idea that was settled science.
Settled science, bro.
Trust the science, man.
So,
No
anyways,
idea.
so then what happened is Gavin Andreessen and John Matonis both basically got burned, kicked out of the community. You're not real Bitcoiners. Craig isn't real. He's
Does this guy Gavin claim to have met Satoshi?
Oh yeah, he was under deposition in Miami court.
And what did he say?
He said, you know what? There were things that were goofy about the whole situation, but at the end of the day, I believe that I met Satoshi Nakamoto.
And
that
who
it was
did he
Craig
say
Wright.
it was?
It was Craig Wright. So Craig Wright is Kaiser Sose.
Kaiser Sose.
It's Kaiser Satoshi.
Yes.
Kaiser Satoshi Nakamoto.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.